Hey guys, it's HerO from DifferenceInSkill, bringing you guys a deck profile. This one is going to be of my Royal Paladin deck. Oh, I could do my Lockkeeper too after this, yeah. I just came back from locals. I call it locals because it's kind of far from me. It's like about an hour commute-ish, maybe 40 minutes, closer to 40 minutes. It's a metro town in Vancouver, if you guys know that place. Sakura Media. I just came back. I played my Lockkeeper deck. And I'm salty because I got to the third round, I went 2-0, 2-0, and then third round I lost 2-1 because first game, the guy healed 4 times, and I lost 6-5. So I dealt 150% more damage, yet I still lost. Second game, I got grade stuck at 2, and I still managed to win because I got a grade 3 like 2 or 3 turns after. And then third game, again, I got grade stuck at 2, and then I just lost, and then my last damage check was, of course, a Lockkeeper. So... yeah, so if you guys tasted any excess salt in your food about 2 hours ago, now you guys know why. It's because me. I got super salty. So yeah, at the team tournament, as you guys know, if you guys read my blog, I also got grade stuck 4 out of 6 games, 4 games in a row at the team tournament. I got grade stuck. So yeah, that makes 7 out of 13 games that I've played, I've been grade stuck with Lockkeeper. So yeah, good shit. But this video is not about Lockkeeper. This one's about Royal Paladin, Drangal, Galahad. So yeah, Drangal right now is the best thing you can run. There's really no reason to not be running Drangal. So I run one of him. Yes. Why not Stardust Trumpeter, guys? Well, that's because Stardust Trumpeter is a guaranteed -1 in all my rides. Or I could use Drangal and get a potential +2, huh? So yeah, Stardust Trumpeter is just... If you're running Stardust Trumpeter Paladins, I highly recommend you switch to this. It's a little advantage engine, the right chain for this. You don't need to run the grade 3, just run the grade 0, 1, and 2. If you get the grade 1 or 2, then congratulations, you just plussed off. You just plussed off the right chain. If you didn't, oh well, then you just play your game and then just ride whatever. It's not the end of the world because you shouldn't be running the grade 3. Then it creates no dependency on the right chain. So it doesn't matter if you get it off or not. If you get it off, then great. If you didn't, then just play your game. So yeah, Drangal, good shit. Next, 1 weapons dealer Governor. And 4 Morgles. So yeah, I run 5 draws. I've been liking the 5 draw 7 crit approach because drawing cards is fun. Yeah, so 5 draw because I enjoy drawing cards. So yeah, and then I run 1 Lou, 3 Alabaster Owl, and 3 Epona. So 7 crit. Varying up the triggers as much as possible to confuse my opponent into thinking that mayhaps I run 12 crits, but that is not the case. But then again, this is not my 100% sure build for qualifiers. So you might see a Lou and then an Alabaster, and then I check an Epona, and then you're like, this guy's full of shit. You're at 3 damage, no guard, and then I double crit you because I'm running 12 crit. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So 7 crit, and of course the 4 heals, pretty standard 4 heal triggers. And here we go, grade 1 lineup. This starts getting interesting. We have 3 Toy Poogle. Why 3? Why not 2? 2 is not enough in my opinion. Damage check 1, you only have 1 left. Why not 4? 4 is too many because you can tutor it with a Kane. So why 3? Simply because it's the number in the middle. And the number in the middle, I don't know, 3 sounds good. Yeah, so 3 Toy Poogle. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Flash, Shield, Isolde, of course, perfect guard, should be run at 4. No more, no less. Well, no more because it'd be illegal, and no less because it'd be silly to not run 4 perfect guards in this meta of ours where you have Palamides, you have Dual Exarch Dragons, you have Lockkeepers, you have Soul Savior Dragons, you have Alfreds, you have Palamides again, and you have Limit Breaks, you have SL, you have Garmor. Need I go on? So yeah. 4 Solde. And naturally 4 Galahads, for the grade 1 Galahads, because I want to sack it. I wanted to search the top 5 of my cards on my deck with Drangal to be able to search for this card, and obviously if I don't run 4, then I have less of a chance of getting it. And if I get it, then I plus. So, yeah, 4 Galahads obviously is what you should be running. And 4 Moron. Yes, how did HerO find a way to fit in 3 Toy Poogle, 4 Soul, 4 Galahad, and 4 Moron? Well, that's because I don't run Pongal. Why don't you run Pongal? Well, that's because I don't run Soul Savior Dragon. It's not hard to get the soul requirement for Soul Savior Dragon. It's just not handed to you on a silver platter. And because it's not handed to you on a silver platter, that means you have to use Pongal, add it to the soul. You either have to use, I don't know, another card, Margle, to get the last soul. And to be honest, since the Galahad lineup already puts on so much, like, pressure, or, like, it already takes up so much space in your grade 1 lineup, then you might not have room for these, or the Marons. So, I just said, to me, it's not worth killing my grade 1 consistency, the quality of the grade 1s I get, just to have that option of having Soul Savior available to me. So I don't run Soul Savior Dragon anymore, and anymore because I did run it in the first few builds of this Royal Paladin deck. So yeah, I don't run Soul Savior. You guys will see what my grade 3 lineup looks like. But yeah, Soul Savior is... I don't run. I do not run. Alright. Grade 2s. I have 1 Blaster Blade because without a Blaster Blade, it's not a Royal Paladin deck. 3 Akane because I love Akane. Akane is great. Cards from my deck for free. Yes, please. Counterblast 2. Call a Toy Poogle. Easy game. Intercept next turn. Call a Palamades. Soul Charge a Margle. 25k column. What's up, guys? So yeah, that's pretty good. I've heard that's good. 3 alternate art flash deck Galatines. If you don't run alternate art flash deck Galatines, this deck will not be running well. No, I'm joking. You can run any 10k vanilla. You can run Lamrak, you can run regular Galatines. These are from flash decks. That's why they have the anime art, and yeah, they make me feel special. So 3 of those, and obviously the 4 Galahads, because I want to sec it with the grade 1 to get the grade 2, and then I don't have to write from my hand, and I plus. So yeah, that's the grade 2 grade 2 lineup. And the Blaster Blade is really there to kill off grade 3 rearguards, such as Palamades, Dual Axe, Juggernaut, etc. And then we have 1 Pendragon, because Pendragon's Limit Break is so fun to use, but then you realize you ride a card that you would have written anyways if you had just not ran Pendragon. But hey, it's pretty fun to use. So yeah, then I have the 3 Alfreds, 1 SP of course. You can't run any deck without at least having 1 SP of your boss monster. So yeah, SP Alfred, and 2 other regulars, of course. Alfred is a pretty good card. Not gonna lie. Good card is good. Good card is good. Alfred is amazing. You can call anything from your deck. It doesn't need a booster. And it just gains you advantage in so many ways. Gains you advantage through its effect. Counterblast 3, call a grade 2 or lower Royal Paladin from your deck. Of course, that's a direct plus. But then it also gains you advantage because it doesn't need a booster, and you're like, well, how does that get me advantage? Well, if I don't have to call a booster for my Vanguard, but my Vanguard swings for 18k anyway, or even 20k. Actually, no, well, you need to have to call something behind the Alfred for it to call 20k. So let's say an opponent's Vanguard is 11k. Let's say it's a Spectral Duke, and you're playing Nova Grappler, playing Narukami. My opponent's Vanguard is 11k. Oh, well, I'm just going to play my rearguard columns and swing for 18. Nothing behind my Vanguard. That's an indirect +1, because you didn't have to use a card from your hand to call behind your Vanguard to boost. So, yeah, that's good. Keeping cards in your hand is good, while not having to sacrifice power or anything else is good. So, yeah, Alfred is a damn good card, and if I was running the Pendragon for lols, it'd probably be a 4th Alfred. So yeah, and then I have the best card in the game, 3 Palamades, because Palamade says, fuck you, give me 15k from your hand. So yeah, I'm sure that one of the questions that I'm getting is, HerO, why aren't you running the grade 3 Galahad? Well, kids, let me tell you something. I've had this argument with people on forums, on Facebook groups, etc. Why the grade 3 Galahad is not worth running. Number one, I have quite a few good reasons, actually. Let's start with number one. Number one, it creates dependency on the right chain. As I mentioned before, the right chain right now with Drangal is nothing more than a little side advantage engine that you hopefully, you sack the grade 1, you sack the grade 2, and congratulations, you just got a +2. That's all it is. If you don't get the grade 1, if you don't get the grade 2, well, meh. I just write a Maron, I just write something else. It's not at the end of the world, it's not a big deal. My late game, or my mid game, is not less than ideal. Because I missed the right chain, right? Right. So, if I'm going to run the grade 3 Galahad, I'm probably going to run at least 3. So that means that I have to cut either Soul Saviors, Palamides, or Alfreds in order to make room for the grade 1 Galahad, the grade 3 Galahad. Yeah, no, thank you. Royal Paladin is some of the best grade 3s in the game, mostly the 3 that I mentioned, Alfred, Soul Savior, and Palamides. Why would I want to make room for a slightly better Gancelot? I mean, everybody and their mother wants 4 perfect cards these days. And there's really no way to be 100% sure that your opponent doesn't have a perfect card unless he has no cards in his hand and he dropped the card that he drew this turn and you knew obviously what he checked. So that counterblast, that counterblast used for Galahad could better be used for Akane, could better be used for Alfred, could better be used for Blaster Blade. Cards that gain you direct advantage. That's what this deck is about. This deck is literally around creating advantage. Creating advantage offensively, Palamides. Creating advantage offensively in the field, Alfred, Akane. Controlling your opponent's rear guards and gaining advantage in that way, Blaster Blade. This deck, Royal Paladins are made to create advantage. Why would I run a card that is a slightly better Gancelot? It gains 3k and 1 critical. Well, shit, son. You're swinging for 21. Or 22, sorry, because, it makes a difference. If you have a Maron. And then people have the argument that, but HerO, if I get the right chain off, and I have a rearguard Galahad, and I play a Toy Poogle, that's a 20k column. You know what else is a 20k column? This and anything in the game that isn't a Flash Shield. Why would I run grade 3 Galahad? If you don't get the right chain off, then congratulations, you have 3 9k grade 3s that are probably not going to be any good in the rearguard circle because you're taking up slots that could be used by this, and are probably not going to be good in the rearguard circle because it's 9k, and I heard that, making 19k columns is a little easier than making 21k columns. So yeah. No, thank you. I'll stick with my good cards and questionable card. But Pendragon is just so fun, guys. Pendragon, I just go like, check top 5, and then I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if I actually got this in a game, and I'd just be like, oh, and then I just put the cards back. But yeah, if you do get something, it's actually really fun to superior ride. So Pendragon is just there for lulz as of the moment. So yeah, that's my grade 3 lineup. Those are my thoughts on the grade 3 Galahad, and Alfred is the best card in the world after Palamides. So yeah, that's my Royal Paladin deck. Thank you guys for watching. I'll make a Lockkeeper deck right now. So right after this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is HerO from DifferenceInSkill. Check out DifferenceInSkill on Facebook at facebook.com/DifferenceInSkill. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And put a link in the description box below if you are too lazy to type that out on your browser bar. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. HerO's out.